It's not unusual for product launches to, kind of fall flat. Think new Coke or the McDLT or Tesla's Cybertruck. First days of school, no exception. You can almost guarantee there'll be a few hiccups. Well, for the Nampa School District, it was not only their first day of school yesterday, but also the first day of their new bus service. After 60 years of using Brown Bus Company, the school district switched over the summer and is now using First Student. Now, that also comes with new drivers and new routes, but also some well-worn issues, as highlighted by a few messages we received about how that first day went down. Cheryl isn't a fan of First Student, telling us they are dropping kids off up to a mile from their homes. She also says they don't have GPS systems on their buses, and they only have one person trying to answer parents' questions in the bus barn, who was apparently overwhelmed with calls yesterday. Ashley messaged us to tell us a mom waited an hour with her daughter on a bus that never came. And she knows more families with similar stories. Tammy and John, well, they're just curious how the new bus company in Nampa is doing. Well, tell you what, could be better, Tammy and John. According to several parents who spoke with Aspen Shumpert, they say the transition hasn't exactly been a smooth one, and the district says they're working on it.
On top of changes like schools closing and longer 4-day school days, Nampa parents aren't too happy with the new bus routes.
It was just chaotic, to say the least.
For Hannah Brown, her child no longer has a stop in their neighborhood.
Some people say, well, their kid was spending an hour walking home from their bus stop because they were dropped off at the wrong stop.
In hopes for additional route consideration, she started a petition.
So far, I've counted 100 from paper, and then there's been 50 online. I just strongly feel like we need more busing or more help of some sort.
Other parents say there were delays and confusions with routes.
A lot of these bus drivers don't seem to know where they're supposed to go or where they're supposed to stop.
With a quick turnaround to get drivers and buses for the new school year, the school district says routes were just finalized last week.
We had only a few, I believe about 3 months or so, give or take, to do what most do in a roughly 9-month process. There were definitely mistakes made yesterday, but I think a lot of it does have to do with the amount of time that we've had to put this all together.
I mean, with any change with the school district, there's always going to be some kinks and stuff that need worked through.
But the Hunt family feels it was more than just a kink.
It was a pretty traumatic experience.
They went to pick up their son at his bus stop.
We discovered he did not come off the bus, so that pretty much set a lot of panic.
They went to last year's bus stop. He wasn't there.
Within about the first 20 minutes, we were back at the school trying to track down either some form of communication or video to see where he might have gone.
Hunt says video showed he got on the wrong bus per instruction of school staff.
Yesterday, there was issues with the bus system, and they were unacceptable. We understand, and we do share the frustration and concern as it's caused that it has caused our students and parents.
The Hunts went to the new bus depot. The principal told the Hunts if a student missed his bus, he would return to the bus depot. While they were there,
we did discover that him walking to the front door of our home, and at which time, of course, we tried communicating through him through our doorbell camera.
The bus driver dropped the student off right outside of his house.
How did the bus driver know that not only he was safe in a home with other adults, but is it his home? It was probably the longest 2 hours of our life.
The Hunts chose to not have their son ride the bus today for the second day of school.
Those are real life concerns as a parent, and they're traumatic as a parent and for the child. He was pretty shaken up by it.
We do not want parents to be fearful of where their children are.
The school district and First Student worked to make sure everyone was on the same page for today.
All elementary school kids, they are being given a color-coded tag that matches their route, which is displayed on the bus that they're assigned to. That's going to help those younger kids ensure that they are getting on the right bus, matching up the color.
The district has instructed all drivers to write down all of the names of students who get on the bus and check off when they get off the bus. Now, if a student misses their drop-off, elementary students will go back to their school. Secondary students will go to Columbia High School.
And we are incredibly sorry for any anxiety or fear that parents might have felt. We are confident that we've identified and are addressing the identified issues from yesterday.
Brown is bringing the petition forward at tonight's board meeting, which starts at 6 p.m. The school district tells me there is a possibility to add more routes later on, but this is what they're going to be for now. Brian, it sounds like most of the concerns from yesterday were narrowed out, and the district worked to solve most of them. I know the still standing complaint is that people want more routes, and so that will have to see if that
more routes
comes
and more communication. And I remember you've covered this a couple of times with
I
this
have.
bus switching in
I
Nampa,
have.
the system, and going with a new service. But they told you last time when they made this final decision, they were confident that first week of school was going to go off without a hitch.
That's right. Yeah, and they were going to have buses, they were going to have bus drivers, and they were hoping it was going to go smoothly. Again, some of that comes with just the first week of school and trying
Sure.
to narrow out some of the problems, but they're pretty confident that they've fixed most of the issues from yesterday and that there are more discussions to be had for
Yeah.
more routes
It's
later
just
on.
interesting to say, well, we only had 3 months when that was kind of what we all kind of saw coming, I guess.
That's true.
All right. Thank you very much, Aspen. You know, Idaho is pretty concerned.